Hello everyone, myself Shangomitra. Today I am going to discuss the fourth story in the Kingdom of Fools from Moments of Class 9. This story has been translated by A.K. Ramanujam himself from his famous folk tales from India, and later he has translated into English and edited also. He was a famous poet, translator, folklorist and philologist. He was born on 16th March in 1929 and was died on 13th July in 1993. He was born in Mysore, Karnataka, India. He earned degrees at the University of Mysore and Deccan College in Pune and a PhD from Indiana University. Ramanujam wrote in both English and Kannada. He knew actually these three languages, that is English, Kannada and Tamil also. And his poetry is known for its thematic and formal engagement with modernist transnationalism. Issues such as hybridity and transculturation figure prominently in such collections as The Striders, Selected Poems, and Second Sight, the collected poems of A.K. Ramanujam. These are the famous works, and among these writings, the Strider, Selected Poems, Second Sight, these are the most famous. For his writings, he received several awards. Among these, Sahitya Academy Award he got after his death. So many characters are in this story. Among these, some major and some minor. The major characters are disciple, guru, king, minister. And the minor characters are thief, merchant, bricklayer, dancing girl, goldsmith, and rich man. The introduction of this story. This story is basically a humorous story. By the very title, In the Kingdom of Fools, you can understand it is a kingdom of fools. Fools means the minister and the king are foolish, even all the people. The people of this kingdom worked by the order of foolish king. And in this kingdom, so many natural elements and foolish people are there. And in the kingdom, one day a guru and his disciple went and they faced an awkward situation. This story is started with a foolish king who suggests to work on night and sleep during daytime. It is a very awkward system. Let us discuss what is happened after that. Okay, follow the summary of this story. The story In the Kingdom of Fools is about a strange kingdom where its king and ministers act as fools profoundly. In comparison to other nearby kingdoms, their working methods and operations were childlike and foolish in nature. Once they decided to go against the phenomenon of day and night. They passed the order of calling day as night and vice versa. That means opposite. And people of the kingdom were forced to work at night and sleep during daylight. Once a guru and his greedy disciple arrived to the kingdom. They found it weird, and in the daylight, people were fast asleep and the streets were deserted. Also in the city, they are found that everything cost same, be it food or clothing. They both enjoyed sumptuous food for some days together. Well, one day the guru took leave by saying that this is the kingdom of fools and anything can happen here. You cannot really trust fools, while the disciple, being greedy about food, did not heed his words and decided to stay in the city for the love of food. The guru was gone. The disciple grew fat in size because of overeating and sedentary lifestyle. One day, in a wealthy merchant's home, a thief tried to break in for burglary. He made a hole in the wall. While going, the wall collapsed, killing him instantly. The brother of the thief approached the king for justice. The king, assuring him justice, called for the merchant. The merchant defended himself, said that the wall was old, built during the time of his father, who was dead now. The merchant passed the blame on the bricklayer. The bricklayer was called out soon. The bricklayer again passed the blame to a dancing girl. When the dancing girl was called out, she passed the blame on a jeweler. Unfortunately, the jeweler turned out to be the merchant himself. Though the fault was of his dead father, but the merchant inherited everything from his father. So, according to the king, the death punishment for his father must be passed on to the merchant. Soon a stake for execution was made. However, the stake that was built turned out as heavy one, and the merchant was a thin man to be executed on it. Since all ministers and their king were fools, they couldn't think of any other option. Hence said that a fat man should be brought for the execution. The soldiers searched the town, and that fat disciple was found for execution. Just before the death penalty could carry out, the disciple remembered his guru. The guru, being wise, could see the things from his end. As an upshot, he appeared at the side to save the disciple. Firstly, he scolded the disciple for being too relaxed in the country of fools. Next, he asked question about the difference between guru and disciple to the king. The king replied that guru was bigger than disciple. The guru requested the king to execute him first. Why, the king asked. Guru said that the stake was brand new. So whosoever dies on it will be reborn as a king of this kingdom, and the person dies second will be born as a minister. The king believed the gossip of the guru. Thus he discussed the same with his minister. At any cost, the king couldn't lose his kingdom to any random saint. Thus they decided to die. At night, they disguised themselves as guru and disciple, and in the morning they were hanged. When people found out that their king was dead, they took a sigh of relief. Afterwards, they requested Guru and his disciple to take over the kingdom as a king and minister respectively. It is a moralistic story. You can get some moralistic views after reading this story. First of all, foolish people are very dangerous and unpredictable. So always stay away from these foolish people. Otherwise, secondly, if you are forced to tolerate these foolish people in any day, then you can apply your intelligence or wisdom, not logic. And third point is always control your greediness. Suppose in this story, Guru, he was very intelligent and he had a wisdom. So by applying his wisdom, Guru did not face this awkward situation. But his disciple, he was greedy. He could not tolerate his greediness. That's why he fell on in a dangerous situation. That is the moral.